most of the time, you winning on the chessboard. But I just got done talking to Joe Calzaghe. That whole Vegas scene that y'all had, that was planned by him. Now maybe you got a different take on it, but
No, it was.
He knew he had a couple left. He said, Hopkins is the guy, light heavyweight, Ring Magazine champion. That's who I want to fight. Frank Warren told him he'll never come to Wales. He said, I don't care if he comes to Wales. I just want to fight. I'll go to the U.S. So he bought a ticket, got a cheap seat. I think it was for the fight Ricky Hatton and Floyd Mayweather.
Yep.
But he kind of smoked you out, and he got into the back and forth at the, I don't know if it was the weigh-in or the press conference.
I think it was the press conference.
But you made the infamous comment,
Yeah.
I'll never lose to a white boy.
Yeah.
And Joe, Joe said when I heard him say that, I knew I had him. He's paying attention now.
Yeah. Yeah.
What you guys say about that?
Well, never say something you came back up, because I lost about 2 or 3 white boys since then. So let me tell you something. let me tell you something.
You gotta walk that back?
Listen. Let me tell you something. I wanted to send a profound controversy message out there that for decades, there's been a rival between cultures of athletes or fighters. Larry Holmes, Jerry Cooney, Muhammad Ali,
Go down the list, yeah.
Jerry Quarry, go down the list, there's more than one. Myself, others. I wanted to make sure that if this fight's gonna happen, that it has to be something that get the world of the sport of boxing and non-sport of boxing fans riled up.
That comment did it.
Because guess what? We always in a culture warfare, whether it's fun, athletic, or serious than that. Politically, it seems it would never go and probably go away. So I wanted to be sincere and believe that. Because listen, when you grow up, no excuse, but let me give you some evidence of why that demeanor then was suitable, with no regrets.
To this day, you don't regret it?
No. At that time, that's what I felt. And I wanted to make sure that I let them know why I felt that. Even though it wasn't politically a right statement to say, but I'm not in the political business.
Never been.
I said what I felt I needed to say. At that moment, you said you coming into my neighborhood and beat me, or you coming to my neighborhood and beat us in basketball, or you coming to my neighborhood, y'all didn't come over this line. I got a flashback from those moments of experience of growing up or understanding it was always us against y'all.
Yeah.
It was always y'all against us in a way of y'all, that particular culture and that mindset is that I had to do above and beyond to get in that position, even though I was qualified. I wanted to make this thing not only a fight, but I want to make it a thing amongst my group, my culture against your culture, because we got this culture locked down in every aspect at that time in every sport. It wasn't too many people coming from any other part of the country. Now it is. Look at the NBA. And I'm not saying it is right as good. I think it's great. But I knew back then, I knew at that moment, I wanted to show that I would never let, at that time, white boy beat me in anything. Because that was something I wasn't taught. That was something I lived. That we had to be better than them. And that statement came out based on that particular mindset at that time.
So Joe is an extremely
Talented.
talented, gifted. He's a great fighter. Very difficult to deal with. Do you think you won that fight?
Yeah.
You thought you won to this day?
I think my words took that fight from me. Dwayne Ford, you ever heard of Dwayne Ford?
Oh yeah.
He gave the referee, there are 3 judges, in case people out there don't know, that's ringside. And the referee got to get the slip from each judge. Dwayne Ford gave his slip and left his chair. Very, very, very unusual to give the slip and leave your post. I'm not saying that they don't have to or they shouldn't, but he left after giving his slip, and that's the one that
got you.
gave Joe Calzaghe a split decision, even though I knocked him down on the first round.
First round, yeah.
That statement, I believe, cost me the fight. Allegedly, Dwayne Ford said the slip to the ref. He said a white boy never beat him, and he left his post. So split decision goes to Joe Calzaghe, which you and I know is kind of unusual for a champion to lose a split decision, especially in that era. I said, okay. What happened after that fight?
Pavlik.
Well, they knew, when I say they, that they didn't do a clean execution on me. But they realized that they will give me another person that's non-color. Because what he did to Jermaine Teller, they want to believe the lie of the split decision of the first fight. See, keep the split decision in your mind. It's a pattern here. I'm a great storyteller, but the truth is what it is. I got the receipts out there. So they wanted to clean up the lie that they seen and that they know. We got Pavlik for you. Why? Because he knocked out Jermaine Teller, exposed that. Jermaine Teller went 20-something rounds with me. He ain't no more good. Anyone that goes 20-something rounds in a fight with B-Hop, trust me, the damage is within. You can't see it, but it's within. Here first, and everything else fall into place. So y'all feed Jermaine Teller to Kelly Pavlik. Kelly Pavlik knocks him out after suffering almost a knockdown himself. And it said, you know, one of the telltale signs when they know they got somebody that they know they can beat you? When the negotiations ain't hard. What you want, we got it.
Too easy.
Did I ask for too less? And then that fight took place in Atlantic City. And I told Kelly Pavlik, please look at the receipts of that fight and look at it after the fight was over. And when he see me, I was talking to him in the corner. I went over, fight's over, and I said, you have a great career if you don't let this fight damage you.
Cold for that though, Hop. Come on. You do what you did to that man and you tell him that?
I went over to the corner. When you see me go over to that corner, Brother Nazim, I know he's looking down. There's a few people still here, and I went over to Kelly Pavlik. Jim Lampley and Larry Merchant is saying he's talking to, and I'm telling him, you got to pull the tapes up when you leave and text me and say, yo, B, I pulled it up. I see you in the corner. I'm telling Kelly Pavlik, I'm giving him encouragement. I'm telling him, don't let this fight destroy you. You got a career. This is only your first loss. he went right to the alcohol bottle after that.
It's tough. It's tough.
He drunk himself into another world and bounced back. I heard he's doing well. I sing my blessings out to him. He had the podcast or something. They was doing something. I heard he's doing well. But that teaching that he received and the lie that they told him that I was ready for pickings because of what the politics have done. Now, I'll take a loss like a man, just like I'll take a win like a man. But I had a chance to redeem myself, not for what I didn't do, what they didn't do, and what they did. And I told him, don't let this destroy you. And guess what? As far as his career, it did. Wouldn't you agree? It destroyed him.
Yeah, no, he wasn't the same after that. That wasn't, the fight was a masterpiece. Nazeem said in the buildup, he said, we're going to put that right hand in the trunk, and he never going to see it. And that's exactly what happened. My favorite moment post-fight was you getting emotional, staring out at press row and watching, and man, I felt that. I felt every bit of that. I felt it.
I ain't say one word.
I
It
felt
was
it.
all here.
Essentially, you saying y'all was wrong again.
I looked at the whole crowd like this. I looked right in their face. I looked at the whole media. I looked at everybody. It wasn't the fans. I went to the media and I just stared at them. My lips started shaking.
Yeah, I seen it.
And I'm just looking at them.
Press row.
Remember, you said earlier, we said to each other, sometimes just saying a lot.
Mm-hmm.